What is up, everybody? Hopefully, everybody's doing good, guys. Look, it is going to be a long week. We have Christmas coming up, guys. And I hope everybody's ready. I am not ready, but I am ready if that absolutely makes sense. I'm sure there's a lot of other adults out there that actually feels the same way. But anyways, guys, more to a serious point. Hyundai Electra is what the cops was looking for in Moscow, Idaho. The 4 students that was brutally stabbed in Moscow, Idaho. Look, they think they found the car. And if they didn't find the car, it is very weird that this car actually ended up in Oregon and it has hair in it. If that's not weird enough, the guy that owned this car actually lived on Main Street in Moscow, Idaho, but now resides in Oregon. Now, does it matter an age? It does not, because the killer does not care about how old he is, guys. Anyways, first, I'm actually going to say, love yourself, like yourself, be nothing but yourself. Like, subscribe to the channel. It's highly appreciated, guys. And it's free. Go check out the rest of the channel. There's a lot more where that come from, guys. Be sure to subscribe. Actually, hit that like button. Thumbs up. It actually helps getting into the algorithm as well and get my videos out there. I highly appreciate that, guys. Anyways, without further ado, let's jump right into the video.
So there is some new information on the white Elantra that has been found in Oregon. It is a white Elantra, just like they are looking for. I think the year is, I think it was 2013, not quite sure. But it's been found in a pretty bad state. It looks like it's been beat up, the front end damaged. It looks like there's a smash to the passenger side window.
Hey guys, I'm going to pause this early for all my people who hates me pausing it. I'm sorry, I got a lot to say. Anyways, now this Elantra is found in Oregon, beat up, wrecked, smashed, hair inside, and women's personal usage of medications, I guess what you would call it, inside this vehicle as well. Now, does that make a sense to you guys? Does that make sense to you guys that this car actually could have been part of the murder, part of the getaway vehicle? Is that the reason why the car was actually seen up above the house on the other road, on the upper road? Did the killer actually walk out the back door? Did he climb down the back balcony of this house, this 3-story home that the 4 girls lived in at Moscow, Idaho? Guys, very well possible, because if you look on the back balcony, there's actually blood stain on the back balcony, like the murderer may have hung from it or something. If you go back to one of my videos I made on my channel of that, it's on there and I show it, guys. I've not seen anyone else point that out, guys. Now, could it be paint? It very well could be paint, guys. But now we have a car that was spotted up on the hill above the house, which is actually the same make and model as car that the cops are looking for. Could that have been the vehicle that the murderer actually got to get away? Very well could be, guys. Now, am I saying that this car or the murderer is in this car that drove this car? I am not, guys. But it's very weird that this car goes back to Moscow, Idaho. It's in Oregon. And one of the girls' hometown was actually Oregon, guys. Anyways, let's continue right back to the video.
And looking inside, it is showing some hair. It's dark hair. Could this be Zana's hair? What an awful thought.
So the hair is actually right here. So yeah, I mean, if it's not, it's part of a wig or something, guys. That is hair. That is hair. That is very bothersome to me. That actually gives me cold chills. And guys, this whole case needs to be solved. This is probably one of the closer times we are to solving this case, at least with the car, guys. If we can catch the car, catch the driver of that car, and actually, link it back to Moscow, Idaho, which they lived in Moscow, Idaho on Main Street, the owner of this vehicle. So, and they actually attended Idaho College in Moscow, Idaho as well. So yes, we will get to that, guys. But further and foremost, let's get right into the video.
But it's a possibility that this vehicle could be linked to the 4 murders over in Idaho. So, sleuths have been looking into running the VIN number on this white car and have come up with a VIN number relates this vehicle back to a man named Brian. Now, I'm not going to put his full name, age, date of birth out there just in case this isn't the guy. But it comes back to somebody called Brian, a 33-year-old male who lives in Eugene, Oregon. Eugene, Oregon is apparently 8 hours and 46 minutes away from Moscow, Idaho. People are saying online that this guy lived at the house on King Road. We have done, behind the scenes, a lot of sleuthing to try and work out if that is the case. And we have run this guy's name, we have run the VIN number of the car, and we cannot find anything to suggest that this guy ever lived at the King Road house where the 4 students lived, or if he even owned that house at any point. But what we did find that was very interesting was that he was a timber crew foreman in Idaho Department of Lands. He also attended the University of Idaho between January 2011 and December 2014.
See, now we're tying this guy back who owns that vehicle in Oregon back to living on Main Street in Moscow, Idaho, and he attended University of Idaho College. Guys, I think this is getting close, and I hope it is, guys, because there's rumors of this case actually going cold. And you know what? There's tons of cold cases out there. I do believe in Washington, there's over 33,000 cold cases in Washington, or 3,000, one or another, guys. Don't quote me on that. It's one or another actually number, guys. And I understand everybody's going all out in this case. Just like she said, there's actually people saying that this guy actually lived at the 1122 King Road. Guys, she just said that she cannot find anything of this guy actually living there. So when we put out numbers, guys, it's just speculations, okay? So go check out the numbers yourself. Go check out other news medias, other YouTubers, whatever you may follow. Don't take one person's word for this, guys. Plain and simple. Anyways, guys, let's jump right back to the video.
Although his address currently lists as Eugene, Oregon, he did apparently live on Main Street, Moscow, Idaho. Now, the date given for the time that he lived in Moscow, Idaho was sometime in 2013, so I'm guessing around about the time that he attended the university. And although I cannot find any other addresses in Idaho or link him to the address where the murders occurred, it does seem very strange to me that this guy called Brian, who is 8 hours and 46 minutes away from these murders, did live not far from where this occurred. Is this guy in any way associated with this crime? We haven't heard of this guy's name before. He has not been brought up. He's not one of the boyfriends that we know of. He sounds like an older gentleman. But in 2013, he did apparently live and attend University of Idaho. So what are the chances that this guy lived not far from the home of where this happened?
Okay, guys, so let's think about some things here. You know, they may have wrecked this car and they took the tags because they didn't want anyone else to take the tags off of it, guys. But did the cops actually see the car with the tags on it? That's something we don't know neither. So evidently the cops are going to, if the car didn't have tags on it, they're going to run the VIN number and they're actually going to put out a warrant for whoever it is, because either they hit something or they had a hit and run. Whichever way you look at it, it's a hit and run. So the people may have took the tags off, worried about people actually, still in the tags. But it goes on to further say that the people who actually own this car, the guy that owned this car, actually lived in Idaho as we know it. So did he have Oregon tags? Did he have Idaho tags? That's another thing we don't know neither. And that's a pretty huge thing too. Because if he had Idaho tags, then they could actually go to DMV and actually, get information like that in Idaho. But if you're the police, you don't have to do that. All you gotta do is run the tag numbers. You know exactly who you are, where you live at, and all this other stuff. But how far did this guy actually travel? Is there a way that they could actually tell where this car was at? is there any place that this car was actually seen with the tags on it now that we may have we have the VIN number of this car? But did the tags even match the VIN number of this car? That's another thing. So there's speculations, there's thoughts that go on out here on this case, looking at this car, and man, they have a job set out for them. Anyways, guys, let's jump right back to the video.
Even though it is 8 hours and 46 minutes away from the crime, is this his vehicle? It looks like it is, but is it related to this crime? And if he's living in Oregon now, how would he even know about these students? At the time he apparently lived there, the students were young children. They were not in that area. So, did he go back there to see friends? Was he still going back over in that area? Did he see them on social media? What was the reason for his car being beat up in the first place and found in Oregon? Is he a suspect in this crime? Do we need to be running his name even further and looking into him? I don't want to dox him on here because I think it's important that until police say that he is a suspect, not to put his full name out there. You can do your own sleuthing. There is a VIN number online. It's not that difficult to find. But this guy did live on Main Street, Idaho, Moscow. His white car that is registered to him is in Oregon. What do you think about this, guys? Let me know in the comments section and I'll be back with you again soon.
There you guys go. Look, I don't know what to think about this, guys. This is crazy. Totally crazy, guys. And you know what? One of the girls actually did live in Oregon. That was actually her hometown, guys. Man, what do you guys think about this? It is crazy, guys. We have a murder. We have no weapon. We have no DNA. So this car has a piece of hair in it. But why wasn't, excuse me, why hasn't the cops actually took this hair out of this car if it's real hair? There's a lot of things that doesn't add up. Does the cops know about this car? Idaho police said they know about this car, and they actually notified Oregon police. So they're aware of this car. Both of them are aware of this car, guys. Guys, there's a lot to go on this case, and there's a lot of nothing that we have to go on this case. The police absolutely has nothing, guys. Anyways, without further ado, guys, love yourself, like yourself, be nothing but yourself. Like, subscribe to the channel, it's highly appreciated. Guys, go check out the channel. There's a lot more where that come from. Subscribing is free, guys. It helps me out a lot, guys. Hit that like button, thumbs up. It helps me get into the algorithm as well. Until next time, guys, your boy Jesus. I'm out. Thank you, guys.